Welcome to Season 1, Episode 5 of One Tree Hill. Let's not waste any more time and go ahead and get into this episode.
Haley, how long are we going to do this?
Do what?
Avoid each other.
You tell me. You're the one.
I mean, she works
And
there.
you're the one who lied to me.
I don't know what to say to you, Luke.
Just explain to
I'm
me why
sorry,
you think.
maybe?
I mean, considering the past few weeks and what he's done.
Fine.
He already knows. Yeah, why
Yes,
keep anything secret
I know
now?
how you feel about him, but there is something that you don't know. I promised him I'd tutor him if he left you alone. I'm doing it for you, Luke.
So you invading her history? Nah. I wouldn't count on that. This is what she does. She freaks out, we break up. A few days later, we make up.
Oh, so they've broken up before.
Expect plenty more of that at the father-son game because we're gonna crush you guys.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, a father-son game. This is gonna go well.
I'm an idiot.
I mean, she did lie to you.
I appreciate everything you did for me. But how about you let me handle the team from now on, okay?
Okay.
So you can stop tutoring Nathan now.
No, I can't. I can't. I promised him. If I break that promise, I'm just as bad as you think he is.
Oh.
Hey, Lucas,
No,
looking
he
forward to
doesn't
see you
think
play in the father-son
he is
game
that
this year.
bad.
Good article about you and your pop.
What now?
Who would have known that Dan Scott's basketball pedigree would be inherited by his two sons, Nathan Scott and Lucas?
Dan, the boy exists. He's on the team. It's not exactly headline news.
No, Deb, apparently it is.
Well, how do you think Lucas and Karen feel about it?
Gosh, I don't know.
Exactly.
Maybe we should invite them over for breakfast and
Fucking
find out.
selfish
All right, look,
prick.
if you guys are gonna argue, I'm out of here.
We're not arguing, and your breakfast is getting cold.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just gonna grab something at school with my brother.
I want
You know,
pancakes.
there is a chance that Lucas and Nathan could get along if their father encouraged it.
True. But there's also a chance that hell could freeze over.
You fucker. Ah. Why? I don't understand why such animosity towards him. Like, why does he have such animosity towards Lucas? That's what I mean.
Hey, Lucas, that father versus son game's coming up. You consider who you want to play with?
Figured I'd skip it.
Come on, son. I know it's hard. It'll be worse if you don't play.
Will it?
Wait, hold on. Peyton, you got the arms wrong.
It's not brain surgery, Brooke.
Okay, what's with the attitude?
What's with your life? Seriously, aren't you embarrassed that the most important thing in your world is some stupid cheer?
Look,
I mean,
really
you
sorry
are a
things didn't work
cheerleader.
out with you and Nathan, but don't go all Mariah on me, okay?
You're not even close. You're not even in the neighborhood of close.
Okay, then what's wrong?
What's wrong is how pointless all of this is. What difference does it make if, or you know the moves to some moronic cheer to do at some lame-ass game I could care less about?
Are we supposed to like her? I'm not sure. I feel like we're supposed to like her because it's clear that her and Lucas are going to have a thing at some point. But, like, I genuinely don't like anything about her.
There's this father-son charity basketball game. So, you interested?
That's so shitty because, like, Lucas can't be the only one that doesn't have, like, a father in his life.
You know,
Well, why don't you start coming down to the court with us?
hang with a member of the Scott basketball dynasty. So how you doing with that?
Sucks for my mom.
Yeah, what about you?
Honestly,
Exactly.
I can't stand being connected to Nathan or Dan.
Hey, big brother. Let's get some cardio in, ran out of water. You want to help me out?
Hasn't even glanced his way.
You want to buy some charity tickets to the big father-son game?
Just completely ignoring that he's there.
Could if I wasn't playing in it. Luke invited me.
Who won't even look at
I'll
him?
try not to soil the Scott family name while you're at it. Hey, kid. Seems as though you have an obligation to family name, too. Don't blow it.
That article's a
Fuck
lie.
off.
You're not my father and you never were.
It is a lie. You should never have the name in the first place.
Hey.
Ugh. Oh, I want to punch him. You're the fucking adult here.
Look, I have no responsibility to him or his name.
Just don't let him get inside your head.
No, I don't plan on it. You know what, as a matter of fact, I think it's about time I get out from under this guy completely.
You gonna change his name?
I'm not gonna be Scott anymore.
I don't understand why he was a Scott to
Can't
begin
call him
with.
his name.
I'm pretty sure I've said that like 10 times already. I don't understand why his name is Scott.
I understand Lucas has asked Keith to play in the basketball game. You think that's wise?
Why not?
Keith isn't exactly a father.
Neither are
You're not the
you.
best father either, Danny, and you're playing.
What about Lucas?
Thank you.
You have to know this will be embarrassing for him.
Embarrassing for him. What about embarrassing for you?
Yep.
This isn't about Lucas and Keith. This is all about you, Danny. And that feeling you get in the pit of your stomach when you see the son that you never claimed. And that feeling's not gonna go away. It'll be there until you acknowledge that Lucas is your son and you made a mistake.
Is that actually going to sink in a little teeny tiny bit?
Your Uncle Keith's been working hard getting ready for the game. He mentioned that you're thinking of changing your last name.
I just don't want people to read these stupid articles and think I play ball just because Dan did.
When I found out I was pregnant, Dan already had a basketball scholarship, and nothing was going to get in the way of that. Then something strange happened. Right before classes started, Dan changed his mind. He said he'd finish the semester and we'd get married.
What?
So when I went into labor and you appeared, the nurse asked for your name and I said it was Scott.
Oh.
Keith was there. And when the nurse brought you in, she let him hold you. I've known Keith my whole life. That's the only time I've seen him cry.
Oh.
Your father never showed up.
So hell with him. I don't want his name.
Keith's a Scott too, you know?
Yeah. That's what I was ready to say. I feel like that story kind of shoots a little hole in my theory that he's actually Keith's son.
Have you heard from Peyton?
Whatever.
Well, since you two broke up, then she went psycho.
But it makes more sense, so I'm glad I finally got that
She's not at school.
explanation. Fucking coaches everywhere.
She was quite a gal, your mother. She used to lead cheers for my teams, too.
Is that why she does it?
Now, my wife, Camilla, is buried out here. I lost my wife just about the time your mother passed away. That always makes this week a tough one.
Oh.
They're all tough.
The good news is you did better, and the bad news is better is a D.
Maybe I like her slightly more now.
Well, you know me and Peyton broke up.
Peyton and I.
I didn't know she was going to take it this hard. She went off on Brooke at practice.
Do you
Kinda
even think
worried
about
her.
Well,
what
maybe you should
is happening for her right now?
Together. I'm sorry, but come on, it's true.
No, you don't know the first thing about Peyton and I.
Ugh. So he's talking to her, but he doesn't want her to actually respond in any way.
Why do you do this?
If I were you, I'd get back out now.
She was driving to school to pick me up.
She was late, so she ran a red light.
Mm-hmm.
There was one light at the wrong split second, and it ended for her.
This is so selfish, though. Like, I get she's going through a lot, but she's endangering other people.
My mom ran one red light. I run them all the time and nothing happens.
Hey,
Hey, twice in a week. It's got to be some kind of record. What the hell's wrong with you telling Lucas he never deserved the name Scott?
well, he doesn't.
The hell he doesn't. You fathered him, Dan.
Which brings me to my original point. What do you think you're doing playing in the basketball game? I mean,
Fuck
whatever you
off.
think you are to Karen and her son, you're not a husband or a father.
More of a father than you have been.
Come on, big brother.
That's right, big brother. It was my name first. It's Lucas's name now. There's nothing you can do about it.
Okay, but she's not there to talk to him? Or Lucas? Oh, she's going to...
Hi.
You gotta go through the locker room to get to his office? That seems inappropriate.
I thought maybe you could talk. Unless you're too busy.
Oh, sure, we can talk.
I treated Peyton pretty bad. She had every right to walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, it was my fault. I screwed up.
A lot.
I just wish I had
Constantly.
another chance.
Like the
Nice
50
work.
other ones you probably already had? At
That was
least.
the truth.
No, on your practice exam. 81?
I think we've actually talked more than Peyton and I ever did. I know this hasn't been easy for you. I just want to say thanks.
I feel like he's being genuine with her.
It's hard to lose somebody, but you can't find what's not there.
Hey.
Hey. I really don't want to be like this, Luke.
How's that?
Us skirting around each other. I mean, we're friends. When you wanted to join the team,
I didn't understand it, and I told you that, but I supported you.
This is different.
Support me. When I'm tutoring someone and they get it, and that light goes on, I feel good. I feel worthy. The same way that you feel when you play basketball.
Maybe also actually apologize for lying. Has she done that? Did I miss that?
Just tutoring him.
I am just tutoring him.
Yeah. That's totally it. That's all that's happening there.
And you know you don't have to play if you don't want to. I know it puts you in a weird spot. Dan and Nathan are your family too, right?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you and your mom are my family. You know, Dan and I, we never seen eye to eye. Nathan's practically a stranger. Besides, I was honored that you asked me to play.
Good.
I know he's been tough on you lately, Nate, but
Lately? I'm assuming his whole life.
Change around here.
I want to do good for him. He just gets so worked up about this stuff.
Well, if you don't want to play, don't play. He'll get over it.
No, he won't.
You know that's a lie, Mom.
How you doing?
Let's see. I broke up with my boyfriend. My mom's dead. And my dad's away on a job.
I would gladly erase my dad if you could bring back your mom. I wish I could change it for you.
Thank you.
She was actually nice. Not surly.
Hey, Peyton.
Don't ruin it, okay?
Exactly. She was nice. Let's leave it there.
Excited about your game tomorrow?
It's like Christmas Eve.
I know that Nathan is talented, but I think you push him too hard sometimes. I worry that he won't enjoy it anymore.
Now, he enjoys it. If he doesn't, he'll regret it when it's gone.
Do you?
Every day.
Obviously.
There's nothing like it, Deb. I wish I would have known you then. I wish you could have been there. It's the best it ever was for me.
That's what your wife wants to hear.
Better than your life now.
It was different.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What do you want, Nathan?
It's what I don't want. I don't want this for us.
Maybe you should have thought of that sooner.
I've been thinking about how we were when we started going out.
We haven't been that way in a long time.
But we could be. Come on, Peyton. I've been thinking about you. I know you've been thinking about me.
I've actually had a lot going on lately.
Yeah, me too. My dad's been going crazy about this father-son game, and my mom, it's like ever since she came back, she's been wanting to hang out.
I really can't hear this right now.
No shit.
All right.
And he doesn't even know why.
How about you come to the game?
Because it's not even on his radar. It means nothing to him.
I miss you, Peyton. I'll see you there.
Not even like, I hope I'll see you there. Just, I'll see you there. Because he just assumes that, of course, she'll come.
Got a sec?
Hey, yeah, what's up? An 84? That's so great! Yeah, hey, congratulations.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew he was going to do something right here to fuck with Lucas.
Keith, it's good to see you, man. I didn't know you had a son that played ball, too.
Well, actually, I'm just a stand-in. One of the boys doesn't have a father.
Or like one of the boys has a deadbeat dick for a father.
Hey, Scott.
Oh, they both looked.
You gonna bring your best game or what?
You're done by 30, Dad.
You bring your best game, I'll bring mine, and then we'll see.
He's having fun with it. He's your fucking son.
Or maybe you'd rather not know.
Hey, come on,
Jesus
relax,
Christ.
little brother.
He's seriously
This
just
isn't
having
your
fun.
place, Keith.
Well, it's not your place either, Dan. It's their game now. We should be proud they're so good.
Like you had anything to do with it.
Just because you can't fucking move on.
Hey, you're doing fine.
Part of me wonders if Keith had been more present in Nathan's life, if like he wouldn't be so douchey. Not that that's Keith's responsibility, but Nathan needs that. She's gonna get hit. She's gonna get hit. She's gonna get hit. Ooh, close call. Girl, you need therapy.
I saw you with her.
God, he got a good grade on that math quiz. It was nothing.
I don't think you're telling the truth.
I mean, you did lie originally.
There's nothing going on.
Ooh.
Nice bracelet.
Is that someone gonna get hurt? Yep. Your own fucking son.
You okay?
The fuck do you care?
Couldn't give you the winning bucket, Nathan.
You're so fucking pathetic.
Want to beat him?
Yeah, I don't want to do it myself.
Oh, fuck. That was gonna be such a good moment. Like, I seriously started getting tears in my eyes when I thought they were gonna, like, work together. Oh, they are kind of working together.
That was a sloppy turnover, Nathan. That's not like you.
It's because it was on purpose. Because you don't deserve my best game, Dad. Look, I could have beat you. You know it, and I know. You know what? If you want to win so bad, go ahead. I'll give it to you.
Good for Nathan. Don't fucking play his game.
You didn't beat me, Dad. You never will.
Yep.
What you did for Nathan, and what you've done for me. Well, let's just say I was proud to have you as my dad for the night. You know, I've been thinking about what you said about the Scott
You
name.
can keep the name up. Because
I think I'll keep it. I just hope I can wear it as well as you.
Thanks. Hey. I'm glad you came. I knew you would. I want you to know things are going to be different for us.
Did you know that my mom died tonight? 7 years ago. You didn't know, because you never asked.
I would have thought it would be, like, longer ago
I
than
didn't
that.
come here for you tonight.
Why'd you come?
Okay, but it wasn't really for Lucas either. Okay, if, like, they walked away together. But they didn't. She left. She came there for her mom, which is what I originally thought until Lucas walked out. Okay, you should also apologize to Brooke, I think was her name. Because even though she's annoying as fuck, like, she didn't deserve that. So obviously I was pretty into this episode enough to, like, cry, which is good. That's what I want. If a show makes me cry, that makes me happy. Because that means I care. No, this was a good one. I finally got an answer on why Lucas has the Scott last name, which has been kind of driving me nuts. And it does kind of seem to poke a hole in my theory that Keith is really his dad, which is unfortunate. But maybe I am. And apologies again. I'm sure this gets old. Comparing it to the OC, where I'm expecting like these big dramatic soap opera revelations, that are so shocking. Maybe this is just a regular TV show. I liked that we saw a little softer side of Nathan in this. I think he genuinely, I think he started working with Haley to obviously, fuck with Lucas and, get in his head. But as I expected, I think he genuinely, likes her because he finally can have, a conversation. He doesn't have to be, Nathan, the star basketball player. He can just be a regular person when he's around her. And I think that's really going to kind of fuck with his head too. Obviously the little look that he gave Lucas when they hugged made it very clear that there are definitely still some aspects of him doing it to fuck with Lucas, or at least he's going to take advantage when he can. But I think he just is going to genuinely like Haley, and very clearly she's going to like him too, because of the comment that she told Lucas, or the way you think he is, or something like that. Which, come on. He has been treating Lucas like absolute shit. It's not in Lucas's head. You made that deal for a reason. So I did not like that comment at all when she made that. It was very shitty. And she's still wearing the bracelet. So there's that. Peyton was super annoying this episode, as she has been every single episode. But at least now we have a little bit of an explanation, and especially for why she was particularly... I'm just going to take this out. I don't need it anymore, and it's hurting. But for why she was particularly annoying and angsty in this one, which is very sad. So I like that we have that. And I like that she seemed to kind of calm down by the end. You know, she was nice to Lucas on the bridge, which is like the first time she's ever actually been nice to him throughout an entire conversation. So that's progress. And by the way, when I say like I can't stand her at the moment, that doesn't mean that like I'm always going to feel that way. Very clearly, they're putting Peyton and Lucas together. And I am sure when it happens, I will finally be on board with it because there's going to be some character development that's going to make me like her. So like I'm fully prepared to go on that journey with the show. So don't think that just because I hate a character now, I'm always going to hate them. I am not stubborn. I go with the show and the journey that it wants to take me on. Because even with Nathan, he is annoying, but I see like, and especially every time he gets back with Peyton, everything he does there just pisses me off. But I do see these nice little moments. And that moment between him and Lucas in the basketball game, they didn't quite work together like I thought they were going to, but like they still did. And they had that kind of like moment there. And Nathan, I don't know, maybe I misinterpreted it. At first, it seemed like he was like, no, I'm going to do it on my own without you. But then they still kind of worked together a little bit. So I think he meant more of like, I need to do this like for myself. Like I need to have this moment where I finally like put him in his place rather than it being like, I don't want your help. It's just more like, no, I need to do this for me. So let me know if in the comments if I misinterpreted that, if that's not actually what that exchange was really about. But I think it was more Nathan saying, I need to do this for me. And he wasn't like in that moment actually finally being shitty to Lucas. Like they were kind of on one side and like working as a team against Dan, which I live for that. Anything that fucks Dan over, I live for, especially when it gets Lucas in a better relationship zone with somebody else who has been treating him like shit because he doesn't deserve it. I still am not a fan of Haley. Again, I think we're supposed to like her. I don't at the moment. Maybe I will in the future, but this whole time she just seemed to get super defensive and shitty with Lucas about him being upset about this whole thing. When she still lied to Lucas. Like, obviously it's that it's Nathan and that it's what she's doing. And she tried to be like, well, tutoring lights me up or whatever. I forget what she said. But basically equating it to how Lucas feels when he plays basketball. And that's fine. That's great. Still help Nathan. But also acknowledge that Lucas has every right to be super pissed off that she lied to him about it. And like, it was a pretty big lie given the situation. Yes, she had good intentions. So I feel like they could have made up and it would have been fine. Let's move on. But I don't recall her actually like truly and genuinely apologizing for the lying. And so I don't know. She's not my favorite at all. I really like Keith a lot more. I mean, obviously I've liked him from the beginning, but just like in terms of, I don't know. I don't know. I was kind of expecting more from Keith in the beginning, or I don't really know how to explain it. Like when I saw that he was on the show, and I've not seen him anything else before, he just seemed a little underwhelming as like a character, the actor playing the character. But we've dove into his character a little bit more in his relationship with Lucas. And so like I am starting to feel more connected to that character. And maybe that's what it was. I just didn't really feel that connected. And I definitely am starting to get there. This was a huge episode. There were some really, really nice moments. The coach is still a little bit confusing, Wiley, because like he's everywhere. And they did have an explanation, I guess, for why he was in the cemetery. He didn't just like go there to track down Peyton and talk to her because he saw that she like had a freak out at the cheer practice, which seemed really weird in the moment, but it makes sense now, I guess, since he was there. And I guess it makes sense, that Peyton would go and ask to talk to him again. Now, why they had to go for a walk on the bridge to have that talk and not just have it right there in their office, I don't know. Maybe that was just purely for the show, just purely because it was better scenery. And it was just, I wouldn't think it would be easier to shoot, but I don't know. Maybe that was just like purely just for the show and not actually like realistic for a real conversation. So I'll let that one go. But yeah, Wiley wasn't one that I really cared about in that very first episode, but he's definitely grown on me now too. Because I like that this one he gave like some real true genuine advice as opposed to basically like it being all about basketball. So the character felt very surface level because everything about his character was basketball, but now we dove deeper and got a little more backstory and he was actually like connecting to the characters or with the characters on a different level. So that was nice to see. Yeah, I don't really necessarily like have any predictions for this other than it just seems pretty obvious that eventually, Peyton and Lucas are going to get together. Eventually there's going to be something between Haley and Nathan. And then there's going to be drama that ensues because of that. I feel like Brooke has to come more into play with things at a certain point. Maybe she's going to make a play for Nathan now that her and Peyton are broke up and Peyton pissed her off, which kind of rightfully so. Like, not that Peyton pissed her off, but that she is pissed at how Peyton treated her. Oh, and I liked the revelation that Peyton's mom was a cheerleader. And so that makes more sense as to why she does it now, even though she absolutely hates it very clearly. So no, overall, this was a really good episode. I really, really enjoyed it. I am curious because the show goes on for 9 seasons and I don't know what grade they're in now. I don't know how the whole varsity thing works. For some reason, I was thinking you couldn't be like varsity until you were like a junior or a senior, and they don't seem to be seniors. So maybe they're juniors because they all drive. So I feel like they can't be sophomores. So 9 years, like, do we follow them to college? Do they all go to college? What happens? I'll find out, I guess. And then the other thing that has really been bothering me is Lucas and Nathan seem to be in the same grade because neither one of them seem to be saying anything about it being senior year versus not. They're both on the varsity team and they have been in at least one class together. And I mean, maybe some schools have, different grades in different classes, but it seemed like it was like a core class, which normally I don't think you have with different classes, like different graduating classes. So I am so confused by this. Like, did he knock up Nathan's mom? No, he couldn't have, because what? This doesn't make any sense because, okay, so Karen got pregnant in high school and he changed his mind and said he wasn't going to do the whole scholarship thing and they were going to get married. And then she, and that was the case when they had the baby, but he didn't show up. So presumably then they broke up and he went off to college for his scholarship. So in this one, and I don't know Nathan's mom's name, but Dan's wife, Nathan's mom, he said, I wish you would have known me back then or something like that. So that makes it seem like they didn't get together until after college. But yet Nathan and Lucas are the same age basically and seem to be in the same graduating class. So that doesn't make any sense. That I'm so confused by the timeline. So as long as there are no spoilers, can someone please explain that to me in the comments? Am I just reading too much into it and I just need to be like, nope, TV logic, just let it go. Somehow it works. The timeline works somehow in this crazy TV world. Or unless there is an actual explanation that does not include spoilers. Let me know in the comments. What were your thoughts on this episode? Do you totally get where Peyton's coming from and you think I'm being too harsh on her? Or do you also find her pretty annoying? And I'm curious your thoughts on Haley. Like, does everyone just generally like her at this point? Is it just me that finds her kind of annoying? Yeah, so, all right. Well, if you want to watch the full reactions and even get them a week early, depending on which tier you're on, go over and check out my Patreon. There is a link in the description for this episode. And hopefully you'll come back for episode 6. Thank you so much.